Hey y'all. All right. 49ers talk. Well, we're going into the bye week now. We are 1-6. Can't say I didn't expect it. Well, where do I start from here? I actually feel good right now. Mainly because nobody in the NFC West won last Sunday. The Hawks and Cards, they tied. The Rams lost in London. And, we got our asses kicked for 3 quarters. I mean, hey, we did score twice in the first quarter. I mean, we're a good first quarter team. We're a great first quarter team. After that, I don't know about that. I mean, if most of our games were only played in the first quarter, we have a totally different record. So, because I was just sitting at the TV, I was watching TV, right? I was watching the game. They scored 7 points. I'm like, all right, good. They scored 14 points. I'm like, all right, good. Let's play this for the entire game. Did they? No. Offense stalled. It looks like Chip Kelly isn't even making any adjustments for the second half as far as offensively, and then defensively, you're just getting ran over no matter what we do. So, I don't know how much difference Bowman will really make if he was healthy right now, but it sucks right now. It really does. But the only optimism, the only thing that made me happy was the Hawks and Cards tying as fun Sunday Night Football. You have no idea how much joy I experienced lunchtime. How much joy I experienced seeing Pete Carroll's dumbfounded face. Like, oh. That was lovely. That was absolutely lovely. I mean, I'm glad Kaepernick is playing. I'm glad Kaepernick is playing. He's doing like the best he can for what we have right now. It's just that it doesn't matter what quarterback we put out there. It could be Blaine Gabbert, it could be Cap, it could be Christian Ponder. We don't have a line to protect the quarterback. The quarterback won't have enough. What the fuck is that? All right. The quarterback won't have enough time to throw. We don't have a run game. The running back can't get any holes. Can't take any pressure off the pass game. So it's like, no matter what quarterback we have, we're gonna have trouble. We're not gonna be able to move the ball regardless. We can't move the ball regardless. I mean, this is just last year, but in reverse. Because like Kaepernick was starting when we had Jim Tomsula as coach, and he couldn't move the ball, or he was making a whole bunch of mistakes, and everyone thought he was crap, and get him out of there. Put Blaine Gabbert in. He put Blaine, and then we put Blaine Gabbert in, and then like that's when a lot of people realize, oh, we have a bad line, and this and that and this. So it's the same thing. We still have a bad line. We can't get a run game going, and we can't pass. We can get some dip and dunk passes here and there, but wide receivers can't get separation. Quarterback can't get time to throw. All that, man. I mean, like, defense can't stop nobody. We have no run defense. We have no pass defense. Like, this is gonna happen for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? And, it's not all Kaepernick's fault. Kaepernick can't play defense. And then, like, the thing about Kaepernick, I think the only thing he really needs to improve is his throwing motion, because he has that big windup, which kind of telegraphs his throw. And seconds are kind of priceless when you're throwing the ball in the NFL. So, I think he could still be a good quarterback. He may not be with us next season, but I think he'll be a fine quarterback, man. But he just needs a lot of improvement. He needs to change how he throws the ball so he can get the ball out faster. Or just wind up sooner, make his decisions faster, anticipate the break of the wide receiver. He could still be good. He still runs out of trouble when like the play breaks down. He extends the play. That's what's good about Kaepernick, okay? He just needs to have a line, man. And even when it breaks down, even with a good line, he could run out of it. Now, he'll get sacked. Every quarterback gets sacked. Every quarterback throws an INT. That goes without saying. You know what I mean? A lot of Niner fans want to bring up that Cardinal game. I mean, even Brett Favre threw 5 interceptions in the game. So, like, that, I mean, he had a bad outing. That don't really mean nothing. So, I mean, this whole season as a whole, man, it's just like, man, when we beat the Rams 28-0, I was like, cool. Everyone kind of thought it was just the Rams. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it was the Rams, but it was boring as hell. And then we lost one game, and then the next game, and then the next game. I would have started Kaepernick after we lost to Seattle. I wanted to start Kaepernick for Seattle, but he doesn't really play. He doesn't play well against Seattle in Seattle, or against Seattle, period. So I thought to myself, like when the Seattle game came up, I'm like, if he can't score in the second half, I mean, we scored the second half, but it was garbage time. But if we can't beat Seattle, we might as well play Kaepernick because Gabbert can't move the ball. But we have problems on both sides of the ball. Like, they have just, we can't stop the run, we can't stop the pass, we can't run, we can't pass, we can't do nothing, we can't protect the quarterback, nothing. So it looks like we're going to end up cleaning house after this season because I think we just need to. Oh, excuse me. And man, everything is just everything right now. I don't even know what to say. I mean, like, we played good in the first quarter, namely the first quarter. We played good in the first half, namely the first quarter. And then we're just non-existent in the second quarter, offensively and defensively. In the second half, we're nowhere to be found. We're just people in red jerseys running around everywhere, not doing anything. And then Aaron Lynch wants to talk about where we could easily be the best team in the NFC. No, man, not the way y'all playing. If y'all's the best in the NFC, you would have a better stout defense with or without Bowman. And the offense could be able to move the ball. We can't. So this season is it's frustrating. It just comes, but see, right now I'm like to the point because we're like, all right, we could have like, unless we have a massive turnaround after the bye week, and then just end up going 9-7, or at least 7-9. Or just win some games, period, man. I mean, like, let's win at least 5. But that's not even possible. I hope we can at least win 3. But this shit's crazy, though. But, I mean, like, after this last loss, man, I'm just like, okay, whatever. That's fine. And nobody else in the NFC West won, like I mentioned earlier. So that had me really happy. I mean, that's like Raider fans. If there are any Raider fans watching this right now, that's like the Chiefs and the Chargers tying, right? And then the Broncos lost earlier. You know what I mean? Regardless of whether the Raiders won or lost a week, these two teams tied and the Broncos lost. That's awesome. Like, or like, for example, my homie Legend Killer, Jason, right? Look, man, let's say the Giants lost to somebody and then the Eagles and Redskins tied. You'd be happy as fuck. Everyone's sitting here on these sports talk radios and shows talking about we need to get away with ties, no more ties in football. I am loving this shit. I was so happy when I seen a 6-6 tie. I'm like, oh, that game must have been boring, and just that was stupendous. That was awesome. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm so happy those teams tied. Nobody won. I'm happy about that. I don't give a shit. I do not care. Let's keep ties forever, man. I mean, but actually keeping ties, man. I mean, like, people want to do away with ties. I mean, do we really need a double, triple overtime in football? I mean, like, we're running the risk of injuring all these players, man. I mean, like, this is football kind of seems to make sense to have ties. I mean, they're not great. There was a tie between the Niners and the Rams a few years ago when Jim Harbaugh was coach. I think that was actually the last tie we had before this one. I can't remember, but I think it's fine. I mean, people don't like ties. I don't like ties, but hey, I think this is fine. If no one scores in overtime, the game is over. Go home. I know people want a victor, but this game with concussions and knee injuries, ankle injuries, and shoulder injuries, like this, there's just too much at risk. There's too much at risk to keep on playing. Now, something. Who said that? There was a show. I think it was Sports Nation or something. Somebody said, "Well, if it happened in the Super Bowl, there has to be a victor." It was First Take actually, and they were like, if it happened in the Super Bowl, there has to be a victor. That's true. I mean, in the Super Bowl, you can't have a tie in the Super Bowl. But I'm getting off track though. 49ers suck. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. I got 10 minutes left before I have to get inside here and finish my lunch. I mean, we could put in Ponder if you wanted to, I guess. But it's not gonna make much difference. I like our backs, but they can't get anywhere. And then Carlos Hyde just keeps getting hurt, man. We may get rid of him too. We may end up getting rid of him also, man. Carlos Hyde is a beast too, man. I'm seeing Ezekiel Elliott run up and down the field. I'm like, Carlos Hyde can do that too, but he has no line. He has no holes to run through. As soon as he gets the ball, he runs to the line of scrimmage and gets hit by like 2 people already. There's rumors that they're going to trade Joe Staley. There's rumors they're going to trade Torrey Smith. I'm not even mad at it. But it's like we can't even compete out there, and it's just embarrassing, man. But you got to expect this. You had to expect this type of thing when they got rid of Harbaugh, which was the dumbest thing they could have ever did. Like, I don't know. I remember when they gave Colin Kaepernick that contract, and I'm thinking, why didn't we sign Harbaugh first? We should have signed Harbaugh. That way we could still get to the championship even without Kaepernick, but keep Harbaugh. I said that, and I like Kaepernick, but whatever. We're about to clean house after this season, man. We have no choice. I don't think we should keep Chip Kelly either. I'm just not seeing how he's keeping this team together right now, because they just seem real lackluster, and it's just, I'm hearing like defensive coaches that we're going against are not even making adjustments for the second half. Like, so you mean to tell me Chip Kelly's not even making any adjustments for the second half to change it up? He has this big old board and he's still doing these predictive ass plays. These plays are predictable. Like, we barely have any run plays where the quarterback gets under center. It's always the read option. He's trying to run the read option with Blaine Gabbert. Don't nobody want to see that. Don't nobody want to see that. You know what I mean? Like, when Blaine Gabbert is out there, he's doing Kaepernick-like play calls. I'm like, that's what Kaepernick should be doing. I don't know. I don't like nothing. I don't like Jim O'Neil. I don't like our defensive coordinator. I don't like our offense. I don't like nothing right now. I mean, this whole season seems like some type of anime filler episode. It's just there to kind of just get everything else out the way so we can get to the next episode. This is just all it is right now. Man, I think Chip Kelly offense can work for Kaepernick, but we need the personnel. We need players around him in order to make this shit work. And like, it's just Kaepernick's basic mechanics need some tweaking. Other than that, I think he's fine. He can make the throws he needs to make. He can make some reads. He needs to learn how to make his reads quicker, because he can make the reads. He just needs to make them faster, like in a split second. I think he'll be fine. I think he could still survive in the NFL, but whether that happens or not, it remains to be seen. All right, y'all. My lunch is about to end here. I'm going to try to hit you with a new video about the 49ers, probably after the next game. I'm not sure. And let's see. For those of you waiting for me to stream, I'll let you know when. I'll make a video when I'm about to stream. It probably won't happen this week because I'm working all week. But I'll try and see what I can do. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.